warning. The language and opinions of Brandon do not represent the Gridiron Goons as a whole. He's a little unhinged and needs help, but refuses to get it. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back to the Gridiron Goons. I'm your host, Brandon. I'm with the preacher.
What up?
Not with the Sean O'Mac. He's under the weather right now. So we decided to record not at the studio, so you might hear some babbling babies in the background.
Yeah, you got Oliver and Sawyer. Oliver's trying to make his cameo. Don't click off right now because we gotta pay. We gotta get money so we can get them food.
They need college.
Yeah. Big
They
deal
have food,
nowadays.
you psycho.
Well, I mean, they need food in college, you know.
They need college education,
Right.
so they don't do a podcast.
Yes.
Okay, but that's fine.
Hey,
Anyway,
Oliver.
he's just hanging out. He's having a great time. Anyway, this is our Tuesday college episode. Preacher, this is mostly you.
Yes.
We really do wish Sean was here, so Sean, please get better soon.
Yeah, please.
I kind of have to take a back seat, but I do know a little bit of what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
But you're definitely spearheading this
Well,
operation.
you know what? It's great for you because I already have a plan of attack.
I love that.
All right. Well, first off, let's start off with my Ohio State Buckeyes. Got the Ohio State Yeti playoff mug that I may or may have not spent $65 on the playoff. Shout out to my wife Ainsley for letting me to go to that game. I begged her a lot for that one.
I guess you're allowed to win every once in a while, right?
I said, please, babe, I will never ask to go to another big game. I should have made the clarification for the 2024 season and not 25 because I tried to make an effort to go to the Texas game a couple weeks ago. And she's like, didn't you say you weren't going to go to any other big games? And I was like, I meant for the 24 season. Like, I at least got that. But
Like, obviously.
obviously, I mean, it wasn't in the small print of the trade details, which you always should look at that when a trade pops up on your doorstep. You know, like, never look at.
Because somebody's regretting that they didn't take a trade, but that's coming on Thursday's episode.
Yeah, so we're going to get into it. Ohio State beat the Grambling Tigers. Boy, their logo looks like Georgia, and their logo looks like the Green Bay Packers, more closer than the Georgia Bulldogs. But they beat Grambling 70-0. Julian saying, absolute dog. He, yes, dog. 18 for 19, 306 in the air, 4 touchdowns, only 1 interception, which, I mean...
He threw an interception to nobody's.
Yes, he was. Listen, it's his second game that he's playing. He's not. He's just a redshirt freshman. So I mean, listen, the guy's doing really great things. Good work. We had a whole bunch of people rushing. James People and C.J. Donaldson, which are kind of our two-back system here. Peoples went 8 for 59, and Donaldson put 5 for 45 and a touchdown. But, Evo, I know you hate college football because of this.
This, right here.
These games I love because you really get to see when your team is up what your second and third string guys look like because those are actually your future in college football. Bo Jackson, listen, we were talking earlier on the phone. I love Bo Jackson.
Is he a junior or is no relation?
No.
No to what one?
I think no relation.
Okay.
But he is a freshman.
Okay.
He legitimately, Evo, 9 carries, 108 yards, and a touchdown in the back half of the game.
Okay.
All right. This guy, he has the awareness. He has the smarts. And so, like, when you talk about football running back IQ, he's a high IQ running back.
Dangerous man.
Which those guys are, in my opinion, one of the dangerous guys.
Yes.
Because they look for the hole. They're a little bit more patient on the run game. They're like, oh, hey, you know what? I can wait for this block to open up this hole. And he hits the holes. So there was that. We had all three of our quarterbacks on the field in this game. Julian Sand, obviously 18 for 19. We had Lincoln Keenholz, 6 for 7, 71 yards in the air and a touchdown. And Travion St. Clair, this kid, he is going to be an absolute stud. He didn't really get to show off his abilities because it was in the fourth quarter, so he just ran the ball more often than not. He was 0 for 2 on his passing. But listen, it wasn't his fault. He hit a guy dead straight in the hands, dropped it. Second throw was actually a very smart throw. Pocket collapsed on him. He rolled out, didn't have anybody down the field, threw it away.
Okay.
So, I mean, definitely one of those, like, you know, good things where he did smart football. He took care of the football. So there was that. And then receiving wise, Jeremiah Smith, Jeremiah Smith, he's like the guy. Dunk, go for a walk. Mom's taking you for a dunk.
Get out there, Dunk.
Go get
You
Mom.
need the workout, bro.
Go get Mom. It's very unprofessional. We have Harper at the other studio. We have Chunker Dunker at this studio.
Yes.
He actually wants to go for a walk, but he really doesn't because you're here. But Jeremiah
He
Smith,
wants an Oreo.
maybe.
He's a big boy.
He is a big boy. Jeremiah Smith, 5 receptions, 119 yards, 2 touchdowns. Carnell Tate, this kid. For everybody out there, Jeremiah Smith definitely is an absolute dog. He is a number one. But Carnell Tate is very much a force to be reckoned with. He made the touchdown snag at the Texas game. Mm-hmm. Very, very, very elite catch. Very crazy catch. Those two guys are kind of the workhorse for this Ohio State team. Listen, boys, I'm not gonna lie. I know boys because Sean's usually here, but Ohio State, in my personal opinion, there are only a couple games that concern me with Ohio State.
Mm-hmm. And they are?
And it is the Purdue game, ironically enough, because the last time we played Purdue, we lost to Purdue because they had it was like one of those ESPN My Wish kids came out and stuff.
Okay.
So there's that. It's always it's at Purdue. I know Purdue's not a good team, but sometimes I worry about like a slip up game. You know what I mean?
I get it, man. You get comfortable versing all these fucking damn near D2 teams.
Right. And then obviously the biggest thing is Ryan Day has to beat Michigan. We won a national championship, but he has to beat Michigan because if I hear Sean and Terry saying "Hail to the victors," I'm gonna be like, no. I mean, Terry probably just rattles off how many days it's been since Michigan beat Ohio State. And if he was here in this room, he'd probably be like, it's been 2,600 days since Michigan beat Ohio State. Yeah, I know. But you know what? It is what it is. Let's go to the second game. We're not really covering too many other games in the league this week.
Yeah, we're kind of keeping this one almost short.
Yes, there's only one game I do want to talk about.
I want to talk about one as well.
Your Georgia Bulldogs against Austin, PA.
The Governors.
An FCS school.
I don't even know what that means.
Not even a Division I or a Division II school. It's an FCS school. It's lower. This should be a cupcake. This should have been a 70-0 game. But your Georgia Bulldogs only scored 28 points. And they gave up 2 field goals to this nobody team. You want to talk about nobodies. Nobody knows Austin, PA. At least people know who Grambling State is.
Brother, it doesn't matter. This is what I've been saying about college football. Because I'm going to reuse my analogy. For those of you that haven't heard it, we're going to talk about a 3-star wide receiver. Okay?
Okay.
3-star. He's solid. He's good. Room to improve, right?
Okay.
You put him up against Grambling. a 1-star corner. That 3-star wideout is going to look like a 5-star wideout.
Okay.
Take that exact same wideout next week. Put him against a 5-star corner.
What do you mean? The Austin PA's got 5-star corners?
No.
Oh.
I'm saying next week.
Oh, when they played Tennessee?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh.
And then you put that same 3-star wideout against that 5-star cornerback. Now he looks like a 1-star wideout because he can't go anywhere. He's locked down.
Yeah, but
In the NFL, things are closer. Things are closer there.
yeah.
That is my biggest problem with college because there is, like, honestly, how many games are there in a season? 4 or 5, because there's 6 or 7 practice games. That's my problem. These are all practice games to, like, yeah, how's the rest of the team doing? How's the depth? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, man. Like, they don't mean anything because at the end of the season, oh, yeah, man, we went 12-0. Okay, you went 4-0 or 5-0. Games that actually mattered.
Oh. Well, I mean, you already played your cupcake schools, with the exception of Charlotte coming up towards the end of the year because SEC only plays 8 conference schedules. So you play Tennessee
Yeah.
in Tennessee.
We're dog walking them.
Okay. Then Kentucky,
Dog walking them.
Auburn,
Dog walking them.
Ole Miss,
Dog walking them.
Florida,
Dog walking them.
Mississippi State,
Dog walking them.
Texas,
Dog walking them.
Charlotte,
Dog walking them.
Georgia Tech.
Dog walking them.
Oh.
You see how that works?
Oh. So you're saying that I shouldn't be concerned that Gunnar Stockton went 24 for 34 or 26 for 36 with 222
No.
and no touchdowns in the air?
No, he was probably hungover.
Oh, so you're saying because this is a nobody team, they weren't there to
He
play?
didn't try. He didn't give a shit.
Oh, okay.
That's why
that's-
I have such a hard time.
But that's a little bit my concern because, like, wouldn't you want to be on 100% of the time so that you know how good you can play?
I agree, but doesn't that give you a false ceiling? Oh yeah, I can play like a 5-star against these 1-stars.
Oh.
That I
So,
just
so
have a
for
problem
you,
with it.
you're not really concerned about this, then, are you?
No.
Okay,
But I
well-
will say this. I want to talk about the Michigan game. I know you're going to go here.
That was where I was going next.
Michigan. You shit the bed.
Okay.
First of all, Sean asked me on Saturday, because we had to work Saturday. He said, Brandon, please do me a favor. I said, what's up? I need you to watch the Michigan game. I said, I'm not going to watch the whole thing, but like, I'll watch it, but like, why? He said, because I want a completely unbiased view of Bryce Underwood.
Okay.
So we all know how Sean is with Bryce, right? I keep telling Bryce he needs
Bryce
to lock
Young
his
or Bryce Underwood?
Did I say Young?
No,
Oh.
you actually said Underwood,
Okay.
but in the NFL podcast, it's
Yeah,
still Bryce
over and
Underwood.
over.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have to keep telling Underwood to lock his doors because Sean loves that man. Okay. Anyway, he said, I need you to tell me, what is your honest opinion of Bryce? I said, okay. I missed the first quarter. That's
Okay.
that's on me.
Okay.
But I tuned into I'm going to call it the beginning portion of the second quarter. And the very first play that I saw, Bryce drops back, moves up in the pocket, launches. I said, okay, nice pocket presence, nice ball, okay. And where the fuck's he throwing? Because his receiver's 10 yards behind him. He hits the safety right in his fucking hands and he drops it. I said, that was awful. Kept watching.
Okay.
Because I said, that's not impressive at all. But everybody has bad throws. I get it. Shit happens. Sometimes there's miscommunication. I kept watching. I see him have a rollout pass, strong side. He threw a dot, laser beam. I said, okay. So from my partial viewing of that game. I don't have a great take on him yet, but I will say this. I'm not impressed. I'm not saying he's bad,
Okay.
but like I was thinking I was going to see something that, you know, from Sean. This kid's the future. He's generational.
Right.
Blah, 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 blah. I don't see it.
Okay.
And with them losing this game like they did, 13-24, generational quarterback, you're going to make it closer. You're going to put up more of a fight. Now, then again, like I said, I didn't see the whole game. But what I did see was that O-line didn't give him much time. They weren't helping him very much. And the ground game couldn't get the pass game going. So it just looked like Michigan on offensively fell apart. And I don't think defensively they did much better.
I think, and this is, yes, I am an Ohio State fan. So everyone be like, my opinion's biased because
It's going to
I
be
hate.
biased even a little
But
bit.
I want to say a couple things. That 70-yard run, one of the reasons why that run was so successful was because they played a jumbo formation in that. They brought an extra offensive lineman in that play to allow the hole to open up, and Oklahoma's defense didn't adjust to another big man coming
Correct.
in on that play.
A lot of meat.
I think a couple of things from Michigan. Michigan shows, especially towards the back half of last season, Michigan was a very, very good team in the back half of the 24 season. They started a great run. Personally, in some ways, I was a little excited to see Michigan's team this year. Because as much as I hate Michigan, as much as I hate, as much as I dog on Sean and Terry for being Michigan fans, nothing beats when it is Ohio State and Michigan are both undefeated at the end of the season.
And they're going into it.
And they're going into that game, whether it's a 1v2 matchup like we've had in the previous times, like that 16 game was insane. We went to overtime. Ohio State won. There was controversial. Was it a fourth? Did he get the fourth down? Did he not? I mean, the rivalry itself is so much more amplified when both teams have great success during the season. And you heard Bryce Underwood, he's the face of Michigan. He's going to be the next greatest thing, which those things can all be true.
Yes.
But the one thing that's hurting this team is they don't have an identity.
Yeah, they don't know who they are.
Because under Jim Harbaugh, they were a very physical offensive line led team, which is why you saw when in J.J. McCarthy, especially in that 23 season, they were able to run the ball. They were able to pass the ball. J.J. was very efficient over the middle of the field. Well, how do you become efficient over the middle of the field?
Time in the
You
pocket.
have time in the pocket. That was led by the coaching staff and the culture that we are going to be a smash football. We are going to have the best offensive line to allow our team to make those plays.
Absolutely.
When I break down the team stats on this, and it was 142 in the air and 146 on the ground, 32 rushing attempts for 4.6 yards per rush, and it was 9 for 24 in the air by Bryce Underwood, and on average a 5.9 yards per pass. Unfortunately, that
Don't cut it.
get the game done.
No.
And then you add 3 penalties for 32 yards, so you shot yourself in the foot. Now, Oklahoma had more. They had 5 for 48. But the total yards for Oklahoma was 408 to 288. That was 270 over the air. Mater was
Mater?
I believe it's Mater?
Toe Mater?
Maybe Toe Mater.
Hell yeah,
24
dude.
for 34, 270, a touchdown, and he even threw a pick in this game. So,
I didn't know Bryce's stats were that bad.
9 for 24, 142.
That's fucking atrocious.
Yeah. So, I mean, like,
That's awful.
that
Wow.
to me is just,
That's the wrong game for you to have me watch, Sean. Good Lord.
and it's just the wrong timing. In the New Mexico game, I was actually a little bit concerned in the beginning of that game because It looked like it took them a little bit to get moving.
Against the Lobos?
Against was it the,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Talking about Michigan?
No, Michigan versus New Mexico. Yeah, the Lobos.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was their name. But,
I remember that from Sean.
yeah, they didn't even. Michigan scored 14 in the first quarter, but it was a slow. In my opinion, that first little bit was a slow start to that 14 in that first quarter. Now, look, they have the schedule in front of them. There is plenty for them. They play Central Michigan. They play Nebraska, which I think is going to be a good Nebraska team. Wisconsin, I don't know how good they're going to be. USC, They have Washington at home. Michigan State, you can't really say too much about that game because the Paul Brown acts like that.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Michigan State sometimes
They're going to tap them. Michigan State's going to win that game.
I mean, there's plenty of times where Michigan State makes that game competitive when it shouldn't be. Purdue, Northwestern Maryland should be easy games, and then Ohio State, obviously, at the end.
Easy dub.
I think for right now, Michigan fans, you better hope that this team figures it out.
You better have it figured out before Michigan State, I'll tell you that.
Because if not, unfortunately, I see this team being another 6-win team, 7-win team. I don't know exactly what their record was last year going into the Ohio State game. But, I mean, going into that game, it was everybody figured that Ohio State was going to win by big.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe that in some ways that, I guess, makes that game even so much better for Michigan fans because they had no shot. But
did Arkansas Pine Bluff win over the weekend? Because I need to put some parlays on Arkansas Pine Bluff. Those are my boys now. That's like my second favorite team now. Arkansas Pine Bluff. They're not even. You can't even search for them. What? Did they win?
No, they lost to Arizona or Arkansas 70-0.
Shit.
They're
as good as Grambling. Hell yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Who do they play next?
But we definitely are riding the the Arkansas Pine Bluff train here.
Yes, for sure. So I don't know what game you wanted to talk about, but I wanted to talk about the South Florida game.
Upset.
South Florida won 18-16 on a last-second field goal. This is
okay.
Composure, Evo.
Right?
Okay. Composure makes you win or loses games.
Agreed.
Florida should have won, but a teammate decided to spit on a player.
Jalen Carter style?
Hold the Jalen Carter style, spit on the player.
You'll hear about that next episode.
And then penalty. Kept the drive going. That led to the game-winning field goal. And you would have won if you only would have kept composure and not spit on a player. You had that game. And honestly, kudos to South Florida for making that a game because that should have never been a game. We hear from Sean. Sean was saying that Florida's a really good team this year.
DJ Lagway.
They could be a really great team, but you know what? When you lose your composure, that's how you lose games. And they have a very, 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 very tough schedule, dude. And
stop it. Get some
what
help.
button did you push?
Stop it. Get some help.
Listen, all right, they play LSU on the road. They play number 5 Miami on the road, and then they play number 7 currently Texas at home. All right, that's the next 3 games. Then throw in Texas A&M, who's currently still ranked. Then you have Mississippi State on September 18th. Then you have an off week. Then you play Georgia on the 1st of November. How about them dogs in Jacksonville?
Dog walking them.
Then you play Kentucky. You play Ole Miss, Tennessee, and Florida State on to wrap up the season.
Florida State's about to tap that
And
ass.
you want to talk about composure? You can't be losing composure in a not quote meaningless game, but a game that you should be winning this game by big margins.
Yes.
You can't be losing composure because it's going to happen next week when you're playing LSU and they are throwing the dogs, throwing the fight, throwing the haymakers. The tiger is on the loose in the stadium, right?
Okay.
Like, you know, what are you going to do? You're going to lose this game, then you're going to lose to Miami because Miami looking like a really good football team. You're going to lose to Texas. Arch, not looking the greatest, but can Texas beat them? Then if Texas Tech or Texas A&M beats them, like, you're already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses. Kiss your shot at the playoffs goodbye. We've been talking about this team could be a playoff team, but I don't know if they are anymore. What game did you want to talk about?
The Michigan game, that's all.
Oh, that was it.
But I do know that Florida State scored 77. I think
Yes.
that was the highest
Yes,
score.
East Texas A&M.
Do you understand
Yes,
how hard it is to score 77?
insanely hard.
Like, 70, very hard. Extremely hard. But, like,
Yes.
that's a whole nother touchdown, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And usually at that point, you're kind of taking the foot off the pedal. So let's go through the top maybe 10 in the AP poll.
Ish.
You have Ohio State staying at number 1. They beat Grambling 70-0. Penn State beat FIU 34-0. Another one of those games that should have been bigger but wasn't. LSU beat Louisiana Tech 23-7. Oregon beat Oklahoma State 69-3. Miami beat Bethune Cookman
This is what I'm saying. They versed
45-3. Georgia obviously beat Austin, PA. They fell down 2 in the poll to 6. Texas beat San Jose State 38-7. Notre Dame idle on the week, but still rose 1 spot. Illinois went up 1 spot after their to 9 after their win against Duke, 45-19, and then Florida State up 4 spots to number 10 with their 77-3 win. South Carolina and 11 down 1 with a win, still with a win over South Carolina State 38-10, and then here you go, Clemson with a loss, with a win to Troy, still down 4 spots, which sometimes I hate the way that they AP votes on who's up or down or whatever. 13, Oklahoma with up 5 with their win over Michigan.
Makes sense.
Iowa State with a big, huge win over in-state rival Iowa, 16-13, up 2. And then rounding out the top 15, up 7 with a 72-17 win over East Tennessee State is the Tennessee Volunteers with a big game against your Georgia Bulldogs this week.
Where
Florida,
did Michigan fall to?
Michigan fell 8 spots to 23. And then Florida fell out of the top 25. Dropped
Damn.
from 13. So,
What about Bama? Where are they at? What happened to
Alabama
them?
up 2 with their 73-0 win to 19. So, that's kind of huge deals there. Upcoming games in week 3 to look forward to. You have, obviously, like we were talking about, the Georgia-Tennessee game is going to be a very good game. Not that this game, I don't really think it's going to be close. But it'll be very interesting to see what South Florida does with a win against Florida. How much do they ride that momentum? They play Miami in Hard Rock there on Saturday. And then you have Florida, LSU. What does Florida do?
That's
They
going to be
bounce
a
back.
great game.
You have Texas A&M, Notre Dame, which Sean would say, this is a terrible,
He's so mad about Notre Dame
Right.
at all times.
So, I mean, that's, in my opinion, that's going to be a great game. Then you have kind of I wouldn't say the Joker games, but, like Ohio State's playing Ohio University, so not really that big. Michigan plays Central Michigan. Penn State plays Villanova. Interesting game here. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Alabama hosts Wisconsin.
They do.
They played in Wisconsin last year. They won. It'd be very interesting to see what happens this season. But honestly, the only other game I think could be a very interesting game is the Georgia Tech Clemson game.
Yeah, man.
Because Clemson lost to LSU. They won last week. They have to continue to win in order to be in order to have a shot towards the end of the season. They got to win this game.
Absolutely.
And Georgia Tech's probably going to try to get that done, taken
I think
care
so
of.
too.
So, but yeah, man, on this College Tuesday episode, anything else you got to talk about?
I don't think so, man.
All right, man. Well, tune in tomorrow, Wednesday, for a recap of the NFL games in Week 1. But anyhow,
Except for Monday night game.
oh yeah, except for the Monday night game
Because
that's
that comes
in
on
like-
in a half hour.
yes, from right now. So anyhow, I'm Preacher.
And I'm Brandon, and that's us, the Gridiron Goons, at the Not So Gridiron Goon Studios. And always remember, you got to keep your composure, guys. You can't be spitting on players. This is your week.